Guys, we like to give information based off of our experiences out here. Now, I've read a lot of information that contradicts or is contradicted by what we've seen out here. And it makes me wonder how that information even made its way into a book. But just because you read it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So we like to give you guys the information of what we know to be true out here, not what we think is true. And since we're out here doing it, it's a great source for you to learn that there's other options or there's other ways of going about stuff. And there's more than one way to skin a cat. Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to North Country. Today, we're gonna go take a little stroll around the farm. We're gonna take you guys in to the goat pen here. Got the sun beating down. We're gonna take you guys into the goat pen, do a little checkup on our new baby goat, see how she is doing. And then we're gonna take you guys to show you the feed we got going on with the pigs and how the pig operation is going and what it's supposed to be doing for the year. So stick around, let's go look at some animals. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? What are you doing? You guys, you can see right there, Mama's got her tucked away and inside some cover. She's just hanging out. All right, before we go in and take a look at the goats, we're gonna get over here and feed the pigs. Otherwise they're gonna start screaming since we're out here messing about. So we've got the pigs separated into a few different pens. We're trying to organize everyone out here to get more of a flow going and raising them. And I'll kind of show you guys. So we got the little piglets in here. So these are all of Merlot's latest piglets. See, they get grumpy. They get grumpy when you don't feed them. Let's get them fed and then we'll talk about them. Okay, so what we're feeding them here, guys, is non-GMO grain. There's 6 different grains in this stuff. This stuff comes with a mineral pack as well for the animals, which I don't think matters much. Once we get it all wet, it sort of washes all that mineral off. No big deal. Since these animals are all out in the dirt, they get all the minerals that they need. But we got this stuff sitting in water. It's all fermented. It's been sitting in water for about a week. It's got a sweet, kind of pungent smell to it. And it's just all grain. Hey, look out, pigs. Hey, hey, hey. So these guys are just eating out of this little bowl for now. They always have feed in their bowl. All right, guys, so they're all fed. I'll give you guys a look, kind of a layout of what we've got going on. We've got these 4 little piglets in here. They are being free fed, so we give them feed all day long. We want them to put on as much size as possible. They're gonna go from this pen, this little pen, over to that pen as soon as they are big enough to not get through these little holes anymore. Right now they can still slip through there, but they'll come in here with these pigs. All of these pigs are going to be going to butcher. These guys will they'll have a butcher date in about October or November, just depending on how they put on weight. These guys are off to a good start though. These are some big pigs, and these pigs will all wind up going, they'll all wind up going to butcher together. So even the little ones I just showed you, and these guys, so these guys will be very big. They got a couple months head start on those other ones. So if you guys have been watching for a while, this pig right here is actually our runt. That's our runt from last year's crop of pigs. It never put on enough weight, so we just decided to hold it over until the following year, which is a waste, because they just don't put on size well. If you're gonna run a pig operation and you're gonna do butchering, just get rid of your runts. There are people out there that are willing to buy them, but they're just a waste of money if you're trying to sell pigs. So all these pigs are sold already. All of the piglets are sold already. We actually have, we were fortunate enough to double our business from last year. So last year I think we took 10 pigs into butcher. This year we'll be taking 20, possibly upwards of 20 to butcher. So we were very fortunate enough to get double the business from last year. But we don't have the pigs. As you guys can see, we've only got a few pigs here total. But we've got a guy we're waiting on who's expecting pigs, and we should be picking up all of them. We're also keeping an eye on that pig right there. That pig is Red Wattle Tamworth mix. These pigs right here, these 3 are Tamworth as well. These 3 are just Tamworth. They're 100% Tamworth. But we're keeping an eye on Scarlet. If you guys remember, Scarlet was the piglet that got stepped on, and we nursed that big wound on her shoulder. We wound up keeping her, and she's putting on size like crazy right now. See if these other ones move out of the way so you can see it. But she's putting on size, and she's getting very, very wide. So we're also keeping an eye to make sure that she's not pregnant, because if she's pregnant, she's not going off to butcher, and that means we got more piglets. All right, so that is it for the piglets. The pig operation going on right now. We're pretty happy with what's going on. We're happy with the growth. We're gonna go in here and check out the new goaty goat. Oh, I got some grain in my beard. No, it's a bug. This guy's my favorite goat. He's so cool. He's got an old man spirit. He's only like 2-3 years old. He's about 3 years old, but he he's just got like an old man's soul. It's pretty funny. There's Mama. There's the stud who makes all the girls. He's a registered Nubian. He's a big dude. And he's given us 6 girls and 1 boy on this farm. Callie's got the new addition.
Over here.
That's a pretty goat. So a lot of you guys had concerns, or a few of you guys had concerns about letting Dixie, our dog, clean this little girl up, clean up the afterbirth. And the issue was that the mama was a little inattentive. She was unsure of what to do because it was her first baby. So, you know, she doesn't know what's going on, guys. She just knows she has pressure in her stomach and then a baby pops out. And if they don't have the overwhelming instincts to, you know, clean it up and instantly start nursing, you know, they need a minute to figure it out. We were starting to head into the evening, though, and this little guy would actually sat there with afterbirth on it for about 15 minutes or so, and he just started to, or she started to shiver a little bit. So we decided to let Dixie clean her up so that we didn't have any health risks with her, or her temperature gets too low, you know, when we lose her. So Dixie cleaned her up and helped out, and then the mom still wasn't too sure of her. She wasn't leaving her. She wanted to stay by her. You know, they were still talking to each other. But she didn't know what to do, and every time the baby would go into nurse, she would just spin around and look at it, try to figure out what it was doing. Get out of here, Bubba. Come on. Go on, goat. Goat away. Bubba was dehorned, but one grew in. Come on, you gotta go. Bobo to goat. Going into the evening, mom wouldn't let her feed. Every time she'd just walk underneath her, she didn't know what she was doing, and she'd back up and look at her. So you saw us hold mama to allow this baby to nurse, guys, and what that does is it just shows mom like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I'm supposed to let it nurse. And some of you guys had said that because of what we did, that this would now be a bottle baby, and we ruined the bond between her and mom, and that's just not true, guys. That's not the way it works out here. You know, the mom's still gonna bond with this baby, and even when moms don't bond with their babies, you can still force that mom to take that baby. Just because she's ignoring her a little bit doesn't mean that she'll forever ignore her. And what'll happen a lot of times is, you know, if there's triplets or something, one will get kicked off because the mom's instincts is that she doesn't have enough milk to nurse them, or if she's not sure, she'll push the baby away. But you know, it's up to you to make sure that that mom takes that baby and not just grab it up and turn it into a bottle baby. You know, there's usually not a need for that. You know, you can force these mamas to take their babies with a little you know, persuasion. The benefit of having Dixie come out here and take care of the baby is that she creates a bond with the baby as well. She is the protector, and she creates a bond with the protected, and that strong bond, you know, inside of a livestock guardian dog, you know, that's what drives them to protect their herd so well, you know, and they're fiercely loyal. And they're absolutely fearless when it comes to predators of any size. You know, they'll go after anything that comes in here. They don't care how many there is or what it is. They go after it full charge. Some of you guys had issues with me allowing Dixie to clean off the baby. And the one thing that you don't understand is we were out here for over an hour watching her struggle with the birth. And Dixie plays a role in that. And Dixie plays a role in these goats' lives where she's with them all the time. She sleeps with them at night. To them, she's part of their herd. So her helping with the birth doesn't deter the mom from taking care of the baby. It's just not the way it works. And versus what I might read of someone else's experience where they say don't do it because the mom will reject the baby. My experience of actually doing it disproves that line of thinking, and I'm gonna do what works out here versus the theories people might put in books based off of their, I would assume, just lack of experience, considering that anybody would write that down or say that, because it's just not true. We've had multiple goats born out here, and we've kind of assisted with all of them. Some people will tell you don't assist with the goat births. Because when you do that, you're raising a weaker herd. But a lot of times these first-time moms, they need a little bit of help the first time, and their second and third babies pop right out no problem. and they're great moms. So to write them off because they struggled with their first birth doesn't make much sense to me. And again, we've disproven that theory out here because we've got great moms, we've had no bottle babies, and we've lost no kids during the birthing process out here. All right guys, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed the pigs, give us a thumbs up. We don't have a name for the baby yet, so if you guys have any ideas, a name for that little goat kid, let us know in the comments. Put it down below. If you have any questions, put it down below as well. You got to keep that in mind when you live on a farm. You know, doing everything by the book doesn't always get everything done. You know, according to the books, as long as we spent with her in labor, we should have called for a vet to come out and help out. That would have been money not well spent, guys. Out here, you're every dollar counts. You know, you're talking about $100 goat. So if I spend $150 to bring a vet out, what am I doing? You know, and all we needed to do was apply a little bit of pressure to get that goat out and not call a vet. So don't be so quick to give bad advice. All right guys, well, thanks for watching. We're gonna get to work on the tractor. We've been working on it the last couple days. We got some positive news in relation to the Massey Ferguson. We also hit a snag. Guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.